Hi, guys. Well, I feel like I haven't gone live in a little bit. It has been a minute. I have moved multiple states, so that was very interesting for me. But I'm on live now, and it's very important that I come on live now because, um, yeah, I have a very important end time message for New Earth volunteers or if you like intuitives, light workers, star seeds, empaths, spiritual warriors, however you want to call it. If you consider yourself any of the above, please listen to this message. It is so important, uh, even if you don't consider yourself that. If you see what's going on in the world, please pay attention because you can look at the Bible, you can hear what people are saying, you can um, hear what I'm saying when we talk about the new earth. You can hear the Bible when they talk about the end times. All of that really pertains to the same thing. And it can sound very scary, and it is, right? But it can also be very exciting at the same time, right? So in the Bible, there comes a time where there's so much corruption going on in the world that, and this has happened multiple times, that God has gotten rid of humanity completely many times. And he promises he will never do that again, but that um, through the offspring of a woman, which, I believe it's the earth, but you can interpret it spiritual text however you'd like, um, that he will save humanity. So this is the good news. This is the wonderful news, right? But right now we're in this transition between where that old earth is dying and the new earth is being produced. And it's really happening through humans energetically. Um, the difficult part is that it has to happen through destruction, war, chaos, and through that can come new life, right? So the message that I have is for there's a spiritual war, and on top there will be a physical wars as we're seeing right now. But the spiritual part I want to speak to, and so if you are a psychic, if you are a prophetic person, a religious person who gets messages from God, if you are an intuitive, if you are a New Earth volunteer, all of these things, I want to make you aware of what may happen to you very shortly. You may have people come against you in ways which are very unrealistic, um, where these may be people very close to you in your family, um, close friends, people in your inner circle, employees, employers, things like that, where they're calling your work evil or horrifying or bad or um listen, it just could be like unbelievable what starts happening to you. And I want you to trust God. I want you to trust your intuition. I want you to just relax and not react to it. Your first gut reaction would probably be to take offense, to freak out. If you look at some of the things that are happening to some people out there in the world that are being attacked, because this is happening. I mean, you are seeing some people who are speaking, about their beliefs, about what they believe in, about what they love. They're very passionate about it, and you have people coming against them in very passionate ways, telling them that they're wrong, telling them that they're evil, telling them that they're not American, telling them that they're, all this stuff. And they're coming right back at them in ways that are against them. So they're doing the exact same thing to them that the other person just did to them. They're going against that person. And so energetically, what you would call that is technically um, opposing the other person, being against that energy or in opposition. Um, it's not loving. You could say it's evil. Now, that can go far into words that are not kind, right? But the real truth is that that's where the spiritual warfare happens. And um, you can be literally taken as like almost like a spiritual prisoner of war, where you become blocked in that area of your life energetically, where you just can't seem to do anything in that area of your life anymore. Nothing seems to work right for you, and you can't seem to figure out why. And the reason is because of this. Because the point is right now, whenever if you are coming up against someone, if you take offense to someone, you are fighting someone. If you are angry at someone, if you are hateful towards someone, if you are fighting, if you are in opposition to someone, then basically spiritually you're in opposition to God. And that is what puts you in that energetic like prisoner hold. I really can't explain it. I just know it to be true because it's happened to me, and you are like just bound. You can't do anything until you choose to love yourself and love that other person. And by doing that, you have to choose to accept. This can be really hard because you're so angry at what that other person has done to you. It's really hard to forget. If forgive, forgive and forget, right? So if you know Dolores Cannon's work, right? And I want to go back to this because she talks about this a lot, and this is for this time, right? She says if you want to get to the new earth, you have to forgive. And she says that in her work, when she's doing these past life regressions, these people say, but I can't forgive, Dolores. Like, you don't understand what they did to me. You don't understand what they've done to me. This is for that time right now. Listen to me. Oh my gosh, I could cry. I could cry. I could cry. Okay. That's the after effects, but you don't even have to get there. If you hear my warning right now, so right now is the time where people are going to be rising up against other people very strongly, okay? And being in opposition. This is where in the Bible it says the devil goes off to make war with the woman's offspring, the woman's children. It, in in the Bible, the word Satan literally means in opposition. It's the father of lies, right? So it's okay, so it's hard to understand, but I'm trying to give it to you so that you understand energetically. So if someone comes up in opposition against you and says, you know, what you're doing is wrong, you shouldn't be doing that. It is against God, it's evil, it's not okay. I listen, it's like I'm not as passionate right now in this uh what I'm saying, but like it's going to be someone close to you. It could be it'll be very offensive. It'll be someone who you care about. It'll be someone at your work where you're just like, how could they do this to me? Um, it will hurt, and that's what it's meant to do. It'll be something that is meant to. It'll be. It's going to target an area of your heart that they know is a soft spot in your heart already. So it's gonna target you. Okay, so for me, can I just tell you, this happened to me 7 years ago, and it was my dad who I had already been very, um, sad about my whole life because I wanted more of a relationship with him because he was more of an absent dad, and so that was a soft area in my life. You see what I mean? Like, spiritually, the energetic forces that be knew that that was a hurtful place in my life. So that was a harmful place. And he came after my tarot cards and my crystals and my spirituality. And that was an area that I was very insecure about already because I was just getting started in my quest of my spirituality and learning about um, my relationship with God. And so I was very new with that. And so, um, my dad told me that my my tarot card readings and me pursuing a, a career in tarot cards and um, crystals and all that was of an evil pursuit, and it was of the devil, and it was demonic, and it was not a good pursuit, and that I should drop it immediately. And that was very devastating for me. And I knew that his intention was that those were his beliefs, right? And that like I knew that, but it really hurt my heart. But here's the thing, I was completely blocked in that area of my life because I just didn't say these words. I didn't say, okay, Dad, I accept that those are your beliefs and I respect that those are your beliefs. That's fine. I love you, but I don't believe that. And I'm very passionate about learning about my spirituality, and I'm going to pursue it because I love it. Thank you for looking out for me, but this is something I still want to go after. And I did say something like that, but I took some deep pain into my heart. Like, this just, how could he say that to me? Like, I can't even explain it. It was something very spiritually, I can't explain it. I don't know. But I wasn't right for 6 years. Like, I wasn't the same person ever. Like, I felt like it destroyed my dreams, and it really it took a long time for me to work out that, that pain, right? And so what I'm trying to tell you is that because I couldn't accept I couldn't accept that he could like so basically, I was in envy, and that's what kept me, spiritually stuck and blocked. Envy is when I wished it was like, I wished it was different. I wish that he wouldn't have said that to me. That's what I kept like, "Oh my god, like, why would he say that to me?" I just wanted that, like, why would he say that? I wished he wouldn't have said that to me because that created an event in my life where I thought I was demonically possessed. And I had a spiritual emergency because I thought I was demonically possessed. And it created a serious attack in my life where I almost physically died. And like, it was really difficult. But I was in envy because I had just wished it were different. So, how I finally broke free from that was I accepted that it wasn't different. I accepted that those were his beliefs. I had to accept that those were his beliefs. And I had to replay that conversation in my head. And I had to say, I accept that those are your beliefs. And I respect that. Instead of me wishing that those weren't his beliefs. See, that was the envious part about it. I know it's hard to explain. So I'm just explaining my experience of what happened to me. Your experience will be different. Um, and like I said, it's not going to be, you're not going to recognize it, but hopefully this may spark something for you to be able to understand that all you have to do is accept, like, don't try to take offense to it. Don't take a pain into your heart. Don't wish it were different. I mean, accept that you have emotions, that you may have pain from it, but just accept that they have their beliefs, they have their feelings, and be okay with that. Respect their opinions, their thoughts. Just love them for who they are and say, I don't agree with that. I don't believe the same thing, so that you are have your own, broken free from thing. And this is really important and this is loving and you may have to part ways after this because there may be this thing where you can't energetically be and this is fine and there's a whole bunch of different scenarios going on here. But there's so much going on in the world where people are coming up against other people and needing to tell people that what they're doing is evil, what they're doing is wrong, barbaric, disgusting. Um, and people are taking offense. People are taking, you know, and I'm not saying what anyone else is doing is right or wrong. It's just that we have to stay in loving one another, in remembering to be empathetic of one another's beliefs and respecting each other through this so that we don't um, keep passing on that evil, keep passing on that. hate, because that's what's causing this violence. That's what keeps causing this violence, and it's like, there has to be enough. There has to be enough of it. And most of it is funny, it has to do with religious beliefs. That's what's scary, right? I mean, it has to do with spirituality, religion, and God. Because if you look at the base of it, I watched a couple videos this week, and um, it was Hezbollah, the leader of Hezbollah, um, basically stating how, you know, Islam is like supreme, and America and Israel don't exist or don't deserve to exist. And that's it. And so they're going to take that on. And that is their mission, to like wipe out Zionists or something like that. Now, I accept that those are their beliefs. I don't agree with that, but this is what we're dealing with here. And so, but it has to stop where we love one another. Even if we're not receiving that, we have to love, that way it stops there. So it's a crazy time. It's just a crazy time. And so, um, the New Earth volunteers, if you are a New Earth volunteer and you know you're a New Earth volunteer, you may have to go through this training, like I did, because what it is basically you are learning how to energetically transmute these third dimensional and fourth dimensional energies by kind of being in a spiritual prison. It's not fun, but you get the best training from your own spiritual guides, which is awesome. How to release this energy, and then you are obviously helping the earth, and then you get to um, be on this new earth side. So it's really cool. And yeah, so just stay tuned for new, other messages. But yeah, make sure if you do come up against this, that you just stop it as soon as possible by loving the other person, by just taking your time, accepting their beliefs, what they're saying. If they say, I hate you, you're disgusting, say, okay, I accept that. I love you anyway. I don't agree with that, but thank you. Goodbye. And just move on, because that's loving yourself and loving the other person, instead of getting in some huge altercation and fighting. And that just creates more negative energy, right? So stay strong. I mean, I'm just stay vigilant, because it's really tricky. It's a tricky, tricky thing. Like, I can't tell you. And, just stay aware. And any moment where you feel like you might be trapped in this energy, you'll know it because you feel literally trapped. You can just go back, have that conversation, even if it's not with that person. You can do it spiritually, energetically, and you just rework that conversation where you say, in the spirit, you accept the energy, you love that person, you accept their beliefs, and you release the past conversation, and it releases you. So I hope this helps you. I really, really do. Reach out to me with any questions in the comments. Have a blessed day. All right. Bye.